you need to get that data somewhere. Otherwise, you're like driving around blindfolded. Know your data. Know your data. Doctors, you need to know how many new patient calls you're getting every month. And secondly, you need to know how many of those are converting to appointments. You need to know your data. Call tracking is what it's called. And Naren, I know you do that. Your marketing firm, Equa, does that for us. We have call tracking. It's part of, it's a fixed fee that we pay every month. And part of that, is call tracking. So we have the data. But if you're listening to this and you're not an Equa client, you need to get that data somewhere. Otherwise, you're like driving around blindfolded. You're literally like imagine getting into a luxury car with a pair of blindfolds on, a set of blindfolds, and driving down the street. That's how you're driving your practice without this data. And really, the two data points that you need to know, there could be more, but there's some data points that you need to know. One would be just how many calls am I getting? Potential new, not just calls, because calls, it could be an existing patient calling to change a hygiene appointment. I want to know how many potential new patient calls do you get? And then I want to know, of those, what % do we convert to an appointment? And I talk about conversion meaning a kept appointment. So if they make an appointment but don't show up, that doesn't count. It's got to be a kept appointment. I also might tell me what else we might like to know, Naren, because you provide it for us. I might want to know how long the phone call is.
Yes. Typically, if the phone call is less than a minute, nothing happened. So you don't even need to worry about those calls. So typically a good call is, minute, 2 minutes minimum, ideally like 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's longer, and you'll get it when I go through these other tips. But you need to know some data. If you don't have the data, you don't drive your luxury car blindfolded. Don't do that. So call
and don't ask your receptionist, because that's anecdotal evidence. Whatever she feels like that day, you need hard data. You need every single phone call tracked and recorded, and you need numbers. This is not a place where anecdotal works. It totally doesn't work.
Now let's help our listeners. Couldn't that be done by call tracking numbers? In other words,
absolutely.
Can an office, and you help me with this because on the tech side, can an office have a dedicated number where we know that anytime that number is ringing, it's a potential new patient? Can that be done?
Absolutely. And that number can, you can count how many calls came through that number. It's all software, so it's all automated. There'll be reports. You can, record the calls. You can listen to the calls. You can even, with certain pieces of software, you can even enable it so people can text you. So you don't need to give your cell phone to your patients, but for the patient who's at a cafe and they can't talk to someone, they could send a quick text about, hey, I need to come and see someone for XYZ. Are you guys free this Friday?
Excellent.
Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. And if you found it helpful, leave a like, subscribe, and click the bell button so you'll be notified of any time we upload future videos. I think you'll enjoy our coming content. Thanks so much.